Well, I'm designing a box or a container for this solar kit to go into. Before we go and make the actual one out of metal, I'm making it up on a mock-up with this cheap plastic board, and I'll tape it all together and it'll turn into a box. But on top of this box I have outlines for where each one of the different components would go. For example, the battery would go here, and the control box would go here. This is where all the power goes in and out of. The solar panel would go here, and you have the option of having it face inwards to protect the solar cell, or you can rotate it so that it can charge during travel. There'd actually be a cutout in the box side, so you can have this solar cell pointing out, and while you're trekking or driving or wherever you're going, this can be in the sun charging your battery. After that's done, after that's all in there, the television, which is this thing, would go right here, and to keep it all in place, there's actually be cables, or like a bungee or something that would be attached to the base of it.
So
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We'd have all the cables set here. There'd be about 10 foot of cable attaching the solar panel to the rest of the set. That way you can put it in the sun and not put the whole thing in there. There'd be a bungee or something holding the battery in place so it doesn't rattle around the entire box. And this would actually be set in secure so it doesn't move around either.
So, weren't you going to use one of those little video projectors like Good News has?
Well, that was the intention at first. We actually looked into doing that, but we did find small projectors that were here, but they were very expensive, and they weren't very easy to find. They just weren't very popular here in Thailand. So we would get one and then be able to use it, but we wouldn't be able to find out, or we wouldn't know if they would always have it, or where we would find models in the future. The reason why this turned out to be better is because it was already ran off of 12 volts, so I didn't need to do any kind of modifications to it. And it is a 19-inch flat screen TV, but it has a USB drive right here, which means that you can play MP4s and any kind of media device or media materials directly off the TV. You don't need to have a DVD player or a second means of displaying your media. So altogether, this right here would do everything you needed it to do. You wouldn't need to have anything extra.
So you don't need speakers with that?
This has speakers built into the TV. To make it a little bit louder, most of the sound on a TV escapes through the back. That's why you have it against the wall. But this, if you take the case and set it directly behind the TV, as if this was the case, then the case actually acts as a reflector for the sound.
Oh, so the sound goes out.
The sound will go out more than go to the back, and it makes it so people can hear it a lot better. But there will be the option if people needed extra speakers, you could have extra speakers put into this if you needed it for larger audiences.